What is happening? You can tell by my attire, I was not planning on posting today. I was just mostly chilling. Just doing a brake job on my car, actually. And I seen this video about this cat that has apparently shot somebody at Checkers. Don't mind my sun hat. I don't like frying my brain when I'm out here in my driveway. But the only reason I comment on this is because I'm starting to realize that people really don't understand when they don't own stuff. I'm also grilling today. Um, y'all gotta stop arguing over other people's businesses that you don't own. I was lucky enough to learn this lesson right around 16. I worked at a company sold video games called Babbage's, and they had this company policy that they hardcore drilled. Absolutely no returns. This is how you know how I know when it was, because I still remember. Absolutely no returns past 7 days, except for in the holidays. In the holidays, you get 30 days with a receipt if it's unopened. This is their policy. They made a point to bring it up in our meetings. Our regionals made the point to bring it up above our general managers, and our district managers even sent out memos about it. There was something that you was absolutely not to violate. And then I had somebody come in to try to return something that they had bought 2 months prior, had opened. Box was beat up. Clearly, he had played the game and he was done with it, and he wanted to get his little money back because he couldn't afford to get another game on his own. He was in there with his little fat girlfriend and everything. So I tell him to return policy. I say, yeah, you can't return it. Well, I want to speak to a manager. I said, actually, I am the manager. Well, I want to speak to your manager. Well, he's not here. Well, then you need to call him. I was like, it's his day off. I can't call him on his day off. I was like, if you want to come back in, I can tell you when he's going to be here. No, I want to talk to him now. We don't call our managers on the day off, boss. We'll call his manager then. It's got to be, and I quote, it's got to be somebody you call when something is over your head. If it's like a fire or something, you don't just stand here and do nothing. I say, yeah, if it's a fire, big dog, I call the fire department. So he presses and presses and presses. I say, all right, you know what? Okay. Call GM, wake him up. He repeats back the same thing. I say, yeah, okay. He calls the regional, wakes him up, repeats back the same thing. Dude keep arguing about it, and they say, just go ahead and do it. So now I'm like, okay, so hold on. I just wasted 20 minutes of my life going back and forth over your policy. And you ain't even gonna uphold it? So they go ahead, return it for him, whatever. He did exactly what I thought he was gonna do. Put it towards buying something else because he couldn't afford to buy it outright. And the lady comes in about a week later. This is in like February. She wanted to return a pack of yellow Pokemon card starter pack. Same thing. No receipt. It is unopened. Swears she bought it from us. I say, well, 7-day return policy. Well, it's unopened. Yes, it would be within our holiday return policy. That's 30 days. Actually, she did have a receipt, now to think about it. I was like, but within your receipt, this was 90 days ago. It's nothing we can do. We can't return it. She storms out. I want to speak to the manager. Comes back, talks to the manager. Kid you not. I will never forget walking into work 2 days later and seeing that single solitary pack of cards sitting up on the counter, up on the wall behind the counter. From that day forth, I realized, don't go to back for these companies, because it ain't your money. And then when it comes down to you looking stupid, they're going to throw you under the bus anyway. They're not going to back you up. Rarely. I mean, the people who I work for now will. But these giant corporations, they don't care. I just posted a short the other day about this dude in the gym It was Lifetime Fitness going back and forth with somebody about what time he want to close because he got to clean up and everything so he don't get in trouble, which he was all the way wrong. She was talking about closing early, but thing is, y'all take ownership in stuff you don't own. And you make yourself look stupid. I see people in Myers jumping in front of people's carts because they ain't pay, trying to stop them. For what? You realize that that lady beat the dog crap out of you because you tried to stop her from stealing? Myers not going to pay your medical bills because they got insurance to cover for it anyway. I don't argue. I learned early. I don't argue with folks about something that don't belong to me. I tell you what the company policy is, and then that's it. And then I'm passing it off to a manager anyway. Let them handle it. But y'all young cats is like, y'all want to jump the line too much. Y'all want to jump into the place of ownership when you don't own nothing. Y'all want to be in a position of control when you don't control nothing. And what I will say is what my mom told me when I was very young. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. Meaning, the freedom, authority, and control y'all want ain't cheap. And y'all ain't come close to earning it. And when you get it, you will know. And until you get it, it ain't there. And y'all out here making yourself look stupid, trying to have something that you ain't ready to have anyway. You got you a job, do your job, follow company policy. Somebody asks you for something extra, because this was over mail from what they say. Tell them no, tell them yes, or whatever it is. Don't throw your life away for some company because they ain't gonna put nothing on your commissary.